Hey, what's going on guys, Cal here, and today in this video I'm going to be going over 5 verified Krunker players who have actually been hacker tagged before, and some of these players still have their hacker tags to this date. However, some of them have gotten their hacker tags removed, and in this video I'm going to be going over who they are and what they did to get their hacker tag. And also, a couple videos ago I made a news video on 2 verified pro players, it would be Brandor and Wanted, who were actually hacker tagged that day. And just an update on that situation, they have been unhacker tagged, but if you guys want to know more, go watch that video. This video can be considered a sequel or part 2 of that first video, so if you have not already, make sure to go watch that one before you come back and watch this one. But before I start the video, make sure to subscribe if you have not already. Almost 90% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed, and come on guys, we can do better than that. So all it takes is one click and it is absolutely free. Subscribe if you have not already. Also like the video if you enjoyed it, and comment on what you guys think about these players and their situations. But without further ado, the first player we're going to be going over is Voidwave. And for those of you who don't know who Voidwave is, he's a member of the NA competitive Krunker community, and even after his hacker tag you could find him still hanging around sometimes. And although this player never really won any major tournaments, he still played on some decent second class teams for clans like Galaxy and JBP, all prior to his hacker tag of course. And what got him his hacker tag though was essentially his little hobby for coding, and Voidwave had actually made his own client for Krunker. It was known as Void Client, and the problem with that was that his client actually stole large chunks of code from another client backed by the game devs, and he chucked it into his own client and took credit for that. And according to the devs, he was warned multiple times to stop but continued to do so, which resulted in his permanent hacker tag. And obviously after the tag he stopped stealing code, but at this point it seems like the hacker tag will stay forever. It's already been on there for a while and the devs are definitely not happy with what he did. And the next player we're going to be going over is Rastro. And Rastro is a member of Omen, and he originally got into Omen as kind of like a mascot, as an entertainer, not really as a player. And fun fact, Omen did not actually kick him after he was hacker tagged. They don't really care enough to do that, I guess. But Rastro is also an active member of the Krunker NA competitive scene, and he was one of the top casters for the community before his little situation, and he casted many tournaments, like KR tournaments for competitive Krunker, or even a couple of weeklies. And much like many of the other players in this video, Rastro did not actually hack to get his hacker tag. Basically what happened was, during one of the NA weeklies, I think it was week 5, the whole stream was already really chaotic. I won't really go into too much detail about that, but if you already know, then you know what happened. He continued the chaos and said some questionable things. I'll just roll the clips and let you guys hear for yourselves.
Jameems, you fucking stink! Stop typing in chat, you shitter! TJ can have this fucking job, man. Kavoka pushes aside. Oh my god! Kavoka comes in for the go. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
But yeah, he said that on the big official Krunker esports stream, so soon after the stream ended, he was tagged by Yenda's staff as a punishment. And there were a couple of other players who did questionable stuff on that stream as well, but Rastro was the only one who was tagged, probably because he was the main caster and also the host of the stream. But after the whole incident, much of the community was extremely mad at Rastro for making Krunker look bad or whatever. They think that he wasn't taking his job seriously and being really immature. But honestly, you'll probably find that most of the NA community did not care about what happened, and they thought it was funny. But if you guys want to know more about the Rastro situation, YouTuber and Krunker Pro Roadman actually has a really good interview with Rastro himself, and I will link that video in the description below for you guys to check out. Anyways, around 1 month after this happened, Rastro got in contact with Sydney and apologized for his actions, and Sydney gave him a pardon and untagged his account, and that is where that sits today. And the third player I'm going to be covering in this video is Random Export. And for those of you who don't know who he is, Random Export is probably one of the most prominent members of the Krunker NA competitive scene. He's won and placed in many tournaments for KR and Cash. I'd say his biggest achievement was that his team took first place in the Big West tournament back in the day. He also owns the current NA Scrim server known as Krunker Arena, and he's a rising Krunker YouTuber. So you might be thinking that this guy seems like a big deal, why would he get hacker tagged? And essentially what happened was that in around early November of last year, there was an NA weekly tournament going on where Random Export was reported for breaking a rule. However, the rule that he so-called broke wasn't even in the rule books, and just basically a ton of drama and toxicity went down. And after the whole situation, it just got to his head, and Random deleted all of his social medias like Discord, YouTube, Twitter, all of that. And he actually went in and downloaded hacks for Krunker, rage hacked in a few games, and was detected by the anti-cheat and banned. And Random has a whole video explaining the situation himself on his channel, which I will link in the description for you guys to go check out. And since this happened, Random has actually been untagged. Around 2 months later, in January, Random decided that he wanted to enter back into the scene. So he shot Sydney a DM explaining his situation, apologized for hacking, and was untagged. However, even after he was untagged, he still did technically hack, so he wasn't allowed to play in any of the weekly tournaments for quite a while. But recently, since competitive scene has been lacking in players, the tournament managers decided to finally give him another chance and allow him to play. But that is basically the story of Random Export. And next up we have Nightly Build 7. Nightly Build was a European player known in the community for being a skin maker. You guys probably know him from his infamous Envy Dragon Sniper skin. It's actually a really cool skin, and apparently the Envy guys thought so also, because he actually got into Envy by making it, which was also around the same time that his situation happened that caused his hacker tag. So basically one day, many months ago, this picture that's on your screen right now started to go around the scene, and it was of an Envy member with cheats. And also, before you guys say anything, this was before the verified gold clan tags were a thing, so the clan is not a fake clan. This was the real Envy clan tag. It was white at the time. All clan tags were white at the time. But as you guys can see, the name of whoever was hacking is blurred out. The only thing that you will notice is that the player was playing on FRA, Frankfurt, or the European Krunker servers. Soon, somebody's detective work figured out that Nightly Build 7's name fit pretty perfectly into the crossed out little square, and also he was from Europe, so they figured it was him and promptly kicked him from the clan. And now I'm not sure if the devs manually hacker tagged him or if he was detected by an anti-cheat, but soon after he received a tag for cheating in game, and he still has it to this date. And last but not least, the final verified player who has received a hacker tag I'm going to be going over is President. And President was a very active member of the Krunker community and the OCE Krunker community. He was also a pretty OG player, which is, I'm guessing, why he got verified. But whenever he quit the game, he gave his account away to some people, and eventually his account details spread like wildfire, and it's basically a public account at this point. So somebody thought it'd be funny to hack on it, and that was detected by the anti-cheat, and he was tagged. And if President were to ever come back to the game, I think it wouldn't be too hard for him to ask for his password to be changed and then get untagged, because it technically wasn't him who hacked on the account. But since he doesn't really play anymore, I don't suppose he cares enough to go through all that trouble, so the account is still tagged to this day. But there you guys have it. Those are 5 verified Krunker players who have been hacker tagged. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, and definitely subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already done so. Also, leave a comment of what you guys thought about any of these hacker tag players. Thanks for watching, guys. My name is Cal, and I will see you guys next time.